Right, guys, apologies, I am back. XSplit done it again. Well, Acero's stuck in the middle of the pack here, from what I can see. He's stalled in 16, and he must be looking at trying to call a bank here, I think. Well, I've given up, wondering what's causing the problem. I've given up. It's more than likely the PC at the end of it all. It's more than likely that in the long run. So, Acero's run was only 16. And that ain't going to get the job done. Albinario's got the 11 ball. That is the 11. Again, not an awful lot else after that. He's certainly going to nudge those two balls, although I don't even know that they need nudging. Oh, well, that nudge hasn't helped, because now Albie's in trouble. And, well, he could go all out for the 5 ball. He's really, I think, got to commit to that, because that's the one that, although it's sitting there as a possible break ball, it's the one that would do him a favour and break these out. I think he's got to go for the 5. I'm sure he can get enough of it to pot it. Well, here we go. Caught most of the 2 ball, and he's now got bigger trouble, because again, he's got nothing. He's got a cut in the 14, and he's going to have nothing after it, unless he leaves some sort of long cut in the 10. He's going to have to go 2 rails, cutting that and spinning it to avoid the scratch in the side pocket, so he can end up down sort of here and play the combo. Well, he's played it dead weight. That's excellent. I didn't think he could play it that soft. That's well played. So welcome back to those who have returned. I don't blame you for giving up. I've pretty much given up. It's really frustrating and annoying, thinking things are getting fixed one way or another. The root cause is a computer at the end of the day. I've got to face the fact that's where this has suddenly manifested itself. So cutting back on what XSplit is actually doing hasn't helped it at all, really. Yet the other day there I streamed, what was it I streamed? Was it I did a couple of live streams the other day. There's Steve arrived in the room, so he's probably in Discord. Just give me a minute. And I'll boot up Discord. Not that we're missing a great deal, I don't think. Where are we? Welcome to Steve.
Good evening, Hugh.
That's me just restarted XSplit again. It died on me again. So cutting it back and the things it was doing isn't helping. It's got to be the computer. Anyway, the story so far, Albinario had what I can't remember. Was it a 68 run or something he had? Got locked out on everything. There was loads of balls on the table. He was locked out on everything. Had to play a dodgy combo. And acero came in, got 16, had to bank the 6 ball. And then the 6 ball, I don't know, did they miscall it or whatever? Because I was too busy trying to get this thing really sorted again. Spud Boy will tell you. But anyway, Albinario is back at the table as a result of it. And this match will be pretty much over, I would suggest, if Albinario gets to 3 figures.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. You never know. Straight pull's a funny game. I mean, you certainly could just run out from here.
Right. He called a safety on the bank on the 6 ball, and he potted it, and then it got spotted. Yep. Right. I got you now.
Oh boy, that was weird. That was weird. Oh boy.
Oh, he's dead. He's dead in the water here.
Oh, that was very strange. He didn't put enough topspin on it. He didn't drive through.
Oh, wait a minute. I know what I've done wrong. Hang on. I need to go in and fix my replay. The volume's up in the replay. That's the problem. I'll fix that in 2 seconds. Hold on.
Wow, he's got real trouble here. I don't know. Well, I think he can cut the 13, the 12 into the 13, maybe. It's kind of at the limit of the cut.
No, he can't do that. He's far too tight. That's never going to happen. Let's face it, Steve.
Actually, I think he might be able to put it in the pocket. He's going to try to play safe.
He's absolutely dead. He's dead. He's dead. I think he might well just stick it in the 12 and do nothing.
I'd say that was bad luck, except for the fact that he didn't really drive the cue ball through. You got to drive the cue ball, and it just kind of floated out there.
Yeah, the 6 gets spotted now, but that's basically how Albinario started this visit, wasn't it? By that 6 getting respotted.
Let's see. Does the 12 go past the 2? Yeah, he's going to try to play safe here, but I don't know what the hell he's going to do. I mean, this is...
Well, I think that's all he's going to do. He's going to take a point here, lose a point, and just stick it. He's just going to dab this and do nothing.
12 go 3 rails. He's playing the safety. I think I don't see how he's going to get safe here. Maybe he's going to try to get it on top of the 14 ball. If you could hit the 12 and come off the end rail and just roll up on the bottom of the 14, that would do it. I think that's what he's going to try. He's going to try to put it on the bottom of the 14 ball. That's the only thing I see that would do it.
Well, he's still back to calling this one in the side. I can't see that happening.
He's going to try to go through the cue ball. He's going to force follow it.
Yeah.
This is tricky to get the line right, but it's
this
doable.
Is where Cowboy helps you.
No.
Yeah, and that's too difficult to judge that. Too difficult. Well, all I'll say is another chance for acero. Acero's got a lot of hard work to do, but he's really got to make an impact very, very quickly here. He's not got many options available to him. He's got to, as I said earlier on, he has to hit the ground running, and he's already stumbled and fell at the first hurdle.
Well, he's going to need to get these opened up because there's a lot of balls that don't go anywhere. Looks like he's going to do it now. And that was well done. Let's see if he decides to move the 11, 115 now. I mean, you might, especially with the 13 sitting there. Yep. Well, see,
Ooh.
I would have hit that harder than that because that's how you get locked on balls. He's
He's got
okay.
a bailout anyway, but
Yeah, he's okay. But that was, yeah.
now is that, I never looked at that 15 and 6. Are they a combo into the corner? No, they're not.
No. Yeah, I mean, see, he went into him and hit him, and he still has the same problem. That's because he didn't hit him hard enough.
Well, he's going to cut across this time then, isn't he?
I don't know if he'll do that here.
No. Oh, he didn't want to do that, though.
I don't know what the hell that was. Because I was thinking he could come down off of the 13 or something, but that was weird.
Well, he's in trouble again here. He's going to have to pot this 4. That's a strange shot. Yeah, I mean, why didn't he just commit and go for it and have a hit?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, he can move balls here. You got to be a little careful here. If you overcook this, you could end up going in the corner pocket. You don't want to hit this.
Yeah.
You don't want to spin this up too much. And he's
Well,
just going to go over the 7. You know what? I like that. I think that's a good play because this is a lot less risky, and the ball's going to open easily without hitting him hard.
Yeah.
So now his biggest issue is break ball. 9 is probably the best one. You can break off the 15, but it's a little high to break off the 15 ball.
And then there's a side break with the 13, not the 13, the 11.
I hate those side breaks. I know a lot of guys do them in VP, but those are the ones I always try to avoid.
Well, I think, I mean, acero could use that 11 ball to drop through and leave the high angle on that back ball. Well, he ain't doing that either, so he's going to try and do it off the 6.
Okay, yeah, so I think he'd rather be on the other side, but this will still work.
Don't want to be too straight.
Well, that's straighter than you want to be.
He could have done me a bit more than that.
I mean, I don't know why he went 2 rails.
Yeah, he's missed him. He's missed him.
You know, he should have just gone 1 rail to get on the 9 ball and left more angle.
Well, no, I'll get back to what I said. I think if he'd left that 11 and rolled through the 11, that was much easier to get himself good on that break ball behind the pack.
He just tried to stick it on the rack, and you know, when you do that and he's trying to hit the 5 ball solid, and he clipped the 3, and then the 2 ball goes sideways, and that's
a disaster. Well, Albinario's running away into the distance here because Acero's had 2 visits and all he's accumulated is 29, and that ain't going to get the job done.
No.
Albinario's having to tweak this a wee bit, I think, is he? I don't know, he could get it. He's just putting English on it to go over the left side. So, Albinario's got balls in place to open up this stack. You've got a little circle of balls, like a little hexagon with 1 ball missing, really. Oh, cue ball's gone. There you go. Albie's doing the old let's give my opponent a favour technique.
Well,
and he's followed that in.
That's the one thing you got to be careful when you do that force follows. You got to make sure that you're driving it through the pack of balls. If you bounce off a ball and kind of loop around, that's the exact thing that can happen, is go right in the pocket. Oh, look at this!
Ball. Unbelievable.
This is
unbelievable. This is taking very much a Cobra Acero shape here, where mistakes were happening aplenty. But that is suicidal there from Acero. I mean, goodness me.
Well, he tried to draw off it to get separation of the balls, but you know, with all the balls that were down below that little cluster, I think he would have been better off just stunning it.
Well, there was Albie. He had his two hands on the arms of his chair there, just getting up to go to the bathroom, and he's had to sit back down. He was going to take a bathroom break there, I bet you. And the next thing you know, he's back at the table and he can be here for the duration now. Well, Acero's had everything go wrong for him in his last match where he couldn't take the opportunities against guys like Cobra and Albinario. That's fatal. Because they're going to waltz away into the distance. So we've got, well, I say a minor issue because it's minor because all you need to do is get on the 12 to just do a little bit of separation with those balls, but not too much. The problem is when you start moving those balls, you could destroy your break ball, which is the 11. So he's now deciding that he's going a different route. I presume that's what he's doing. He's going to get rid of the 11. Is he trying to draw these and just bump them? Yeah. So now it's anybody's guess what it's going to be. That 12 ball looks very, very tight. In fact, that's over the white line in terms of the curve of the ball. So it might be the 4. Cobra says side breaks are good. Well, they're only good if you're sitting good on them. And if you don't come off the angle and scratch in either of the bottom corner pockets here on the screen that we are watching, because that's where side breaks go wrong. They come down off the side of the pack and they scratch in these corners. I've seen many of them do that. Albinario not far short of 3 figures, and once he gets there,
yeah, it could be all over it at that point. We'll see. You know, it's
run to the finish line.
You never know what's going to happen. We've seen some pretty screwy things.
Well, back-to-back scratches there by Albie and Acero's screwy enough. So here we go. Sitting pretty good. At the top of the pack, yeah. Cue ball's heading south.
See, on that angle, I would have gone forward with the cue ball. And the reason why is because you've got a back cut on that ball, and then you're driving directly into the rack. That's the one you want to go a lot of top on. Yeah, he just played. That's kind of a general rule. If you're back cutting, you're going to go with topspin. It doesn't always work out that way because sometimes the way you're hitting the rack is not conducive to it. But 90% of the time when you're back cutting like that, you want to go with follow.
Well, that one ball is tightish if you were down this end of the table, because bear in mind there's nothing down this bottom half of the table where we are. But the one ball would be the one that would allow you to break them. Well, he's tried to break them from that angle, which I think was too straight, and he's still got a problem. That 2 ball does go though, so that's a lot better than what it was 30 seconds ago. And I don't believe that he didn't need to draw into them to do that. If he'd looked at the 2 ball was fine. He could have tidied things up and got himself in the 2, and that would have dealt with it. Yeah, you just don't want to risk getting locked. You know, you get locked on the bottom of that 10 or something, that could have been bad. So we've the 1 ball as a bailout down the table here, and I'm like, well, it might be the 8 ball. It's going to be near as damn it, the 8 ball, because there's nothing else any good. And when I say that, the 1 ball that would be good to get to the 8 ball is that 1 ball. which you could
Well-
easily roll through or hold it for the angle and the 8 into the side of the pack.
Yeah, I like the one ball just because balls up table are usually pretty easy to get position on the break ball.
Good evening to Tommy. So this match has not been on an hour yet, 53 minutes.
As soon as I say that, he takes the ball up table. But I kind of understand why he did that, just because the table was sitting funny.
Well,
but I would have shot the 10 or the 6 there.
He could still use the 15 to get on that 8 anyway, can't he? I mean, that's not a problem.
Well, yeah, I mean, he can use any of the balls. It's just a question of how guaranteed it is. I don't like using balls like that, side pocket that aren't close to the side pocket, because if you're not real good on them, then all of a sudden it starts getting tricky to get on the break ball. See, this isn't bad because he's got a way to just.
Well, this is just a stopper, isn't it?
Yeah.
For the 15 into the side.
Exactly. So if you are going to play that kind of ball like the 15, this is what you want. You want the ball before it to be trivial.
So Albie's now into 3 figures. And this match, as far as I'm concerned, is over. It's over from the point of view that in his last match and in this match, acero's not been able to produce the goods given the opportunities he's had.
Yeah. This one's borderline whether you use top or not. You can. You got to be a little careful. It kind of depends on how it's going to rack. See what he did there? He didn't put a lot of top on it. He put a little top on it.
The cue ball just died, but he's got a shot. I think he can get to that. Is that the 1 ball or the 9 ball? What ball is that?
It's the 9, and he can't get to it.
He can't get to it.
He's got a cut on the 15 or bank the 15. But, you know, that shot, what was wrong there is he didn't drive it. That's when you got to put a lot of topspin on it. You start getting afraid because, okay, last time I put topspin on it and I drove it into the pocket.
The fear factor.
But the thing is you're not going to do that when you're going directly into the side of that rack. You got 15 balls sitting there. You can drive that thing as hard as you want. There's no way you're going to drive through that and scratch. Not in a million years. Maybe if you go into VP4 trick shot mode where you can hit it 50 miles an hour, you might be able to.
Right, well, if he hasn't checked it out, that 2 and 12 are stone dead into the side pocket off this 10 ball. If he stops the cue ball there, he can stick that 12 ball in the side pocket, I think, and he'll do the damage in those balls there and break them up. He just needs to stop the cue ball there. Now, he's tried to do something there, but I don't think he's spotted this. The 2 ball doesn't go into the corner pocket, but if you look at the 2 ball from the side of the stack, that 12 ball, as far as I'm concerned, is stone dead into the side pocket. And that's your breakout ball. That should break out on this problem here. He hasn't seen it, I don't think.
Yeah, that's about as dead as they're ever going to get one.
You think the 12 will be pushed to the knuckle, but I think it's absolutely stone dead.
No, it won't push because you're going to hit it hard. So the thing about throw is, if you hit that easy, yeah, it'll throw the knuckle. But if you hit it with speed, it's not going to throw.
He's going to break them now, so it's never going to happen. But anyway, I mean, it looked a good option. Well, he's now got to just pick these off in the right order. Now the 12 ball goes there, no problem. The 11 goes there, and then there's no problem. You just got to get them in that order. And that takes care of that. But where's the break ball? Well, again, you've got the nominated break ball there, possible, unless something creates and happens here in the stack.
What he wanted to do was have a little less angle on this 11. He's got too much angle. He's going to hit the 1 too hard.
Yeah.
You know, he tried to do it anyways. But, you know, the shot before that, he should have been thinking, this is exactly where I want it for this little bump. He's okay. He could use the 1 ball.
Well, he didn't finish that good in his next ball, though. That's the problem. He's going to have to cut this 12 sort of blind.
But that was just because he's trying to hit the 11 so easy to keep the 1 in play for a break ball.
He's now okay. So he's good to go. So don't forget, folks, we've got the hot seat match coming up Sunday evening. This Sunday evening at 7 p.m. British Summer Time. That would be 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. And that's Coldest Pillow and Cobra. And I will be streaming that if this whole bloody thing doesn't blow up on me. And at least you guys have got the patience to come back when it does go down. I'll try and get it up as quick as I can and get it restarted.
Well, he's doing the right thing here. He's trying to figure out the pattern. I like breaking off the 1 ball. If you're not going to do that, I like the 6 ball second, the 14 ball last.
Well, the way I see it, you maybe have to play this 1 ball and spin over to the 6 right now, unless you're going to let the cue ball run loose off this 2 ball into the side. That looks like what he's doing. Coming down for the 6, possibly. Yeah. And he's okay as far as the scratch goes.
Yeah, he'll shoot the 14 up table. Just roll forward. And having a cue ball near the rail is no problem. As long as you roll forward up to at least to the diamond before the side pocket.
Well, see, he's going to have to go the other way because he hasn't got himself straight enough in the 14.
See, that's just a mistaken strategy in the sense that he's like, oh, I don't want to be straight in because I want to bring the cue ball out. You can be straight in, and if you don't like the angle, you just roll the cue ball further.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's on 1, 2, 3. The run is 38.
Yeah. Well, the good news about this is with the 14 off the rail, he's not going to miss this. He can hit it hard. Just got to watch the scratch in the corner. And he's good.
See where that cue ball's running? Look at the line of the cue ball heading down the corner pocket again. That was scratching every day of the week if that had any running on it. But, well,
it came apart nicely.
Do you commit straight away here and leave that 1 ball as it is? Because you're bound to have some option to do a little bump on this 9 and 6 or end up playing 1 down table in the future.
If you're going to shoot the 1, you bump the 9-6 right now.
Well, he's too straight that way, so he's leaving it for the time being.
He's fine. I mean, you got all the time in the world to get to that stuff because you don't have a big cluster of balls that you have to break out. It's just 2
he's
balls.
Going to deal with the combo right now. Once he's played the 15, that'll tidy that up. So he's looked at that. That's, again, unmissable. There's no way you're ever missing that. So that's 1 problem dealt with. And well, now that he's got the opportunity where he's finishing the 4, why doesn't he just bump and leave the combo? Why doesn't he just bump these 2 balls as they are with the 4 ball?
Yeah, I would have shot the combo earlier instead of the 8 ball because now it's like, okay, getting position is a little trickier here.
Well, the thing is, the 4 ball, he's not got a full pocket. He's got 2/3 of a pocket cutting that for, so he is playing the combo. Now the question asked is he ever going to get as good on this to break these 2 balls?
See, this is why I didn't like doing it that way, because it was going to be hard to get really good position off that combo, and now he's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, he's very funny. In fact, he's going to have to bite the bullet here and play the back cut in this 4. He's got nothing else. He's got not a single choice anywhere else. This is to stay at the table. Big blind pocket cut. And he's caught the knuckle, and that's what happens. So here we go. Last chance saloon, if ever there is one. 100 points behind, and he needs to dish up. And that's it. Anything else less than that, forget it. You're going home. So the run ends on 43.
Well, he's capable.
Well, this is a test of a true champion, Acero. To defend your title, the last chance saloon territory, that makes it loud and clear what's required of you here. You've got to dish up.
He's already had a match where he went down with a fur ball. Hopefully this match he can at least make a good run at it. Whether he wins it or not, it's like now's the time, because I think you're right. It is last chance saloon.
Trump 110.4. I think that was inevitable, wasn't it? How's Selby getting on in his first session? Give us an update on him, please.
I'll be right back. I'm going to get coffee.
Yeah, that's where I'll be heading after this. Well, it's a long road. This is where Acero needs to get the head down. Not any major problem here. Get rid of the only, well, I would say the only problem is you can't get rid of the 9 ball into that corner pocket, because that's way too tight to think you're going to squeeze that past the 1, because you'd obviously want to maybe leave the 1 there as a break ball. You'd have to get rid of that 9 ball from behind the other way, and I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, that's if you were intended to use any of them as a break ball. I was thinking a 3 ball could be an option, but it's just gone. So, well, I hope for his sake he's looked at the... Well, he must already know the 9 ball isn't going, so he's decided he's getting rid of the 1. And he's going to have to be clever with the break shot here, because this is not ideal the way these are sitting. Far from it. Well, he can drop the 5 in the side, and he can get as good as he'll ever be on a break shot by being inside this 13 once he pots the, what's that, the 12? No, he's away with the 12 now, and he's trying to get back to the 5, and he's not quite got, now I don't know what he's doing. He's left it short in the 5, so he's obviously running around, and he's got to get the angle. Look at where this is. This is right at the base of the pack. It's not ideal. That needs to slow up because it's going far too straight. This is no good. I have no idea how much he's going to get out of this. Yeah, about that much. And I think he is almost dead in the water here. Now, wait a minute. Is there a combo? Is there a billiard off that 8 ball onto the 10 into the corner? He might have to seriously consider that. He's looking at it. The 9, the 8 onto the 10 and into the corner pocket. That's what I think he's looking at, because he ain't got anything else there, really. This is ambitious. You think it's too thick? Well, I think he's got Hobson's choice here. I think that's what he's got. He's got take it or leave it. Good evening to Bedhead. Well, he's trying to convince himself he can get enough of that 10 ball. That ain't happening. And now he's looking around. He's looking around for alternatives, and there ain't any. Not anything that is obvious. Let's look at this. Now, when you look at that angle, 8 ball onto the 10 ball, billiard into the corner, that looks pretty good to me. Who said it was too thick? Spudboy thinks it's too thick. I tend to disagree with him, because I think you want just enough of that edge to send you in that direction. That's the shot he's going to play at the end of the day. I mean, he's no other choice. And he's got a little gap between the two of them where he can shape it a wee bit better if he thinks he needs to. I personally don't think he does. I think he needs to go with the commentator's eye approach. And we're about to find out the 8 goes to the short rail. I don't think it does. I think this is going in every day of the week. I mean, I'll trust to my instincts. I think that this will go. He's given it serious thought here, and he's finally bit the bullet. Where was it ever going to go wrong? Commentator's eye, absolutely perfect. Superb. Nice and easy, and it gave it every chance to go, and it was nailed, absolutely nailed, perfect here. Now he needs a hit. Every shot's last chance saloon. Where the hell's that went to there? That must be a shortcut in VP4. Oh, hang on a minute. That 11 needs to come out. Well, the commentators, I got it right there, Steve.
I'm back.
But Spud Boy disagree with me, but I called it right. He ended up horrible, and he had to play a 2-ball combo billiard, if you want to describe it as that. It was a nice shot, and it was pretty much dead set. But he's sort of trolling the depths here to stay at the table here, poor acero.
Yeah, well, he needs to get in rhythm, and because he's
all
got to
said
run
it
a
would
lot of
go.
balls.
Bullshit, I would say to that bedhead. Nobody said, like I said, it's dead. Where did Hairpig say it's dead? Hairpig said above it, it's too thick. Don't you listen? Admit the commentator got it right, and you guys all got it wrong. For once, give me the benefit.
I think the chain's getting pulled right now, is what it sounds like.
Yes, the chain is definitely getting pulled. But you see, if you're a tactical genius like me, you spot those things. You know, it was staring him in the face. He looked and looked and looked and looked. He could look around all day. That was his only choice he had. And he played it well. But he's got to play well from now till the end of this match. Tall order. Welcome back to Spud Boy.
I mean, Acero's a good player, and he knows a lot about straight pool. Sometimes his choices or patterns aren't great. And the problem with making long runs is you've just got to have really good habits, because eventually, if you don't, they catch up to you.
I think that's a good thing to describe it, Steve. You've got to have good habits. I know what you mean by that, you know, and stick to those rules. Because then the habits, the bad habits tend to bite you a lot sooner. Right, here we go.
Well, that was a nice little shot there. Well, he hit that good. So this one you almost have to draw. Especially because it's kind of hitting on the 6th ball. You don't want to do that. See?
Oh, dear.
The problem here is that, see, it's going into the bottom of the 6th ball.
Oh, dear.
When it's hitting the bottom of a ball, that's when it's going to want to shoot towards the pocket. That's the one you have to draw really hard. So,
dear.
All you have to do is go look on the tangent line of the ball you're shooting and straight across to the rack and see where it's hitting the rack. That one was obvious it was going to hit on the bottom of the 6th ball.
Yeah, well, I'm blaming you, Hairpig, for that, because that was nothing to do with me. Hairpig says he'll run out now that he got
that.
That
was definitely a curse.
The combo carom, and that is jinx. And Albinario is in the bathroom. I said he might have been trying to do that earlier, but he's probably gone this time.
But that was a mental mistake. I mean, he didn't play the break shot right. He had to draw that hard because it wanted to go to the pocket.
Hairpig's got an answer for everything, so he has. He's got an answer for everything. He's probably looking up the Hairpig's bullshit answers to everything book that he's written.
See, a lot of people would say, well, that's unlucky. That's not unlucky at all.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't look at it and hit it the right way.
Yeah, I think it's sayonara, as they say in Japan, isn't it? That's Japanese, isn't it? For by the way, Steve, I had to laugh. I didn't realise it was that bloody expensive to play at St Andrews. There was a story in the news that I read that they've
Well,
cut.
it's not if you live in St. Andrews.
No, listen to this. They have reduced by 87% for certain tee times or whatever it is, to cut a long story. I don't know. I'm not a golfer in that respect, but they've cut it down to £42. And I thought, my immediate reaction is, well, what the hell was it then? And it turns out that the green fee, or whatever the hell you call it, is 380 odd pounds for a round of golf at St Andrews.
For the old course, that's for the old course, and that's for people that don't live there. If you live there, it's, you know, when you're in the men's club, it's like almost nothing to play.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's extortionate, that price. But then again, there's loads of you gullible Americans come over to St Andrews and pay that and don't bat an eyelid.
It's like that all over.
And
Any of these famous golf courses are really expensive.
I wonder how much Augusta charges. In fact, it's a closed shop, is it not? That's not a public. Augusta? It's not a public course. No, it's
very difficult to get on. Very difficult.
Yeah, they are definitely the most gullible sportsmen on this planet, golfers. They definitely are. I mean, they'll spend a fortune on a set of golf clubs that will make their life hardly any better than what it was previously with the crap golf clubs they had. And they think that they'll be par golfers by spending that money.
No,
that's proper gullibility. That is. Well, this match is over, folks. After roughly, well, an hour and 15 minutes at the moment and counting, but there ain't any much of this going to be left by the time Albinario is finished.
So I guess before everybody leaves, we should talk about Friday night 9-ball.
Well, we should talk about customer support for a start, Steve, because I messaged you in support, and I don't know how often you look at them or can be bothered looking at them, but I said, I thought you messaged me saying you changed both the times for the 9-ball Scotch doubles, which you did do, and Friday night 9-ball, which you ended up not doing.
No, I did that too.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
See, this is now you know why I don't answer your support email, because you just won't argue with me. Yes, I did change it, and then it got changed back.
And who did that?
Inspector Don said. He said that the only reason it was at that earlier time was because so Hugh could stream, and that Slim would rather have it at the later time. And I asked him about all the players, and he said, as far as I know, everybody's okay with it.
Well,
having it at a later time.
If that's the case, then that's fine. Leave it well alone. That's fine. If folk want to be finishing at 11:30 at night over here,
I mean, I don't care. It's whatever you guys want. I mean, it's not.
Well, I'm the same, but I thought that the guys would like it more to what they're used to. That is 7 p.m. If Spectre Don's happy to keep everybody, I'll put the guilt on him. If he's happy to keep people up to after 11 o'clock at night for a 3-hour and more tournament, then I would say it's probably going to be less. I mean, they're struggling at the moment to get more than enough in it. So that's one reason why it won't improve. Larry likes the old time. Now, as far as Larry's going, then I'll go with his point of view. In fact, what my idea was, Steve, whatever tournament you've got for a Tuesday night, bin it, because I think the one this week never went ahead because I was keeping an eye on it. I don't know what tournament it is at 7 o'clock Tuesday night, but get rid of it and stick in a Tuesday 9-ball Scotch doubles, and I'll stream that one and have one on a Tuesday and a Friday. You can have the one on Friday 8 o'clock and the one on the Tuesday at 7, and I'll do it.
Send a message of support, because I won't remember all that.
Because I don't have a working day on the Wednesday, and I'm more than happy to do the one on the Tuesday night.
Who else online now plays in the Friday night 9-ball? Besides Larry.
Coldest Pillow mentioned last week he didn't like the idea of it starting at 8 o'clock, so he was another one against it. But then again, I mean, it made no difference in terms of the overall sign-ups, and that's the match over. Albinario's done. The run of 22 gets that done. So Acero's run in the tournament was going not too bad until his last two matches against the former champions, Cobra and Acero, and Albinario, where he basically just sort of fell apart. I don't know why my cues appeared on the screen. Right, so all we've got left is the Cobra Coldest Pillow match, which, as I mentioned earlier, is Sunday 7 p.m. British Summer Time. If we look at the bracket now, not a lot to be seen on there, but what we do have is we have Albinario up against Bedhead. So it's Bjorn and Benny going head-to-head to take each other out to survive in this year's championship. Now, they've got until May the 1st.
Bjorn and Benny is what you said?
Bjorn and Benny, yeah, because I've given them the two male names of the ABBA guys, Benny and Bjorn. Anything, I mean, when I'm picking a Swede in .com, I just call them a Benny. I shout to one of my colleagues, give me a Benny or a Bjorn or a Anna Fried or an Agneta. That's the name of all the ABBA members. And I call them members of ABBA. Right, so anyway, Albinario and Bedhead by May the 1st. And then, of course, the winner of that will play the loser of the hot seat match after Sunday is done. So anyway, I'll send in...
So, Slim, you weren't going to stream it at the time it's at now?
Well, see, I have the sympathy for Slim. If Slim wants to be able to do more of them, and if it starts at 8 o'clock my time, then all the better for him if he can make more of them, because it is starting later. What it didn't do last week was have any more people in it. You're still lucky you're getting half a field at the moment. So well, what other alternative would have one at 7 and one at 8?
I was, well, that's just going to cannibalize the field. I was just going by what Spectrodon says, who's very polite and well-spoken. But, I mean, when, yeah, it's difficult because when you take somebody at their word about all this and then everybody complains, and just means next time I'm not going to want to take him at his word on things.
Well, I would go along with the fact that yes, I always wanted it changed to 7 o'clock for me, because when it's any later than that, things do go too late. Even 7 o'clock's too late for me now, so that's why I stopped doing it. But if suddenly a lot more people from the UK want to go in it, then be prepared that you're going to be running on to after 11 at night. Definitely 3 hours, and sometimes 3.5 hours. But that's when you've got a full field. But with less than that in it, it shouldn't be going much more than 3 hours and finishing at 11 o'clock at night, roughly, give or take the odd 5-10 minutes.
All right, well, I'll change it back. I don't care.
No, I mean, if 8 o'clock, if the thing is, if you leave it at 8 o'clock, you're still going to have to change it one way or another come the clocks going back again. When the clocks go back in October, do you change it forward to 8 o'clock because it's going to go back to 7 anyway, regardless. And Cobra's like me from the point of view that he gets up early in the morning, so he would never even contemplate getting in at 8 o'clock, because then you're going to be there. If you're going to go the distance, you're going to be there till 11 o'clock at night. Spectre Don sounds like he doesn't have very much work to do, so that's fine with him. But you kind of get a happy medium. But one happy medium for me would be that I'd be happy to do one on a Tuesday night, because I know I'm not working Wednesday, and I would do one on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock, and that would suit them that like the one at 7 o'clock, and they can give Friday night 9-ball the miss if it comes to it. So that gives people a choice. So I'm all for choice. No, I don't join. I'm just talking about from the point of view of me streaming one of them. And the one at 8 o'clock is more acceptable for Slim, because then he might not have to rush as much to even try and be there if he wants to cover that one. Anyway, that is it, folks. my X-split hasn't been fixed, as we've clearly seen, because we've still got the same bloody problem. Steve may well have got bored and left the building. I don't know whether he's still there.
I'm looking at changing the Friday Night 9-ball right now and looking to see if anybody's signed up. No.
Well, Spectre Don would usually be signed up.
You know, he's not, so I'm going to change it right now.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with what Cobra said there, that Spectre wanted it to be changed to allow Slim to stream it, and that's fine. You know, I've no any problem with that. I just thought...
Well, Slim's not talking like he's going to stream it, so...
Well, he will if he's there. That's the problem. He can't make them all. He can't be there at the start of them. He does miss out on the Friday night 9 balls. But yes, if it started later, that'd be more suitable for him. But it's been 7 o'clock for a good number of years, and that's just so that it's a regular thing for them that like to play in it, and maybe work their day around being there at that time. I'm not worried about it in terms of me, because as I say, I don't have any say in that now because I'm wanting to stream it.
All right. It's Friday Night 9-ball. So let's see. Change it back to graded. And the time is now 2 p.m. my time.
In fact, now that you mention it, let's have a look at that calendar.
All right. So it's back to your 7 o'clock.
Right. If we go to Tuesday night, I looked at Tuesday. And if you look at Tuesday, what did we have? No, there must have been another Tuesday I looked at, because whatever tournament was due to go ahead at 7 o'clock, I don't know whether there's 2 running at 7 o'clock. Is there a black ball one or something running at 7 o'clock on a weekday? Because one of them didn't run. What day is that? That's today. That's Tuesday. Not the one I want.
On your Tuesday at 7 o'clock, there's a 9-ball tournament, and at 7:30, there's a 6-ball.
Right, well, that was Tuesday that's just gone by, and yes, there was a 9-ball, which is on the 10-footer. I'm not sure how many was in that. Usually it's like 2 if you're lucky. Well, there you go. There, it was... who the hell's that? What name's that? I can't
easy
read
to put tournaments in.
Spectre Dawn and whoever that is, I don't know that. I don't recognise that one. But anyway, so there's a tournament there with just 2 people in it. And you could easily bin that and put a 9-ball Scottish doubles in there if you wanted at any point. But what's the point in changing the whole schedule? I mean, I'm quite happy the way things are, as long as everybody else is happy. Now, to me, at the end of the day, it's up to Slim to have his say. If he likes 8 o'clock better for him, then maybe in the long term it might be better to leave it back at 8, provided he's going to get enough people interested in it. But as it is, it's at the usual time at the moment.
A Sunday afternoon. Well, I don't know what afternoon means. Afternoon your time? Central time? I mean, we've got a 9-ball starting at 2 p.m. 9-ball at Deep Pockets. Let me see what this is. 2 p.m. my time. $50 V entry, no handicap, single elimination race to 5. So that's a shorty. I mean, if you want to do like a double elim tournament on Sunday afternoon weekend.
Cobra's just reminded me of something, Steve. I did a test this morning, and I had a video from YouTube of a match a couple of days ago in the World Snooker Championships, where a Chinese boy, one of the Chinese boys, was breaking off, and when he broke off, as soon as he hit the ball, I counted the time it took from him hitting the ball to the ball coming to rest in baulk behind the baulk colours, and it was just 8 seconds and a fraction. And then I did the same. I broke off in VP4, and I actually hit a red on the way back to baulk, but the cue ball came to rest 8 seconds and a bit. So my 34 speed setting works because
Well,
that's the measurement I used.
send me the video.
No, I haven't got the video. I just watched the video, and I then watched it and stopped it once I stopped counting, and then I just broke off to see how close I would be, and it came to about eight seconds, exactly the same, give or take a millisecond or two.
Well, I'll go look for the video. So, Slim, I mean, I think the issue with Sunday night is, you know, I'm assuming people in the UK, a lot of them have weekends off and then go back to work Monday. So for them,
well,
the same
Sunday
time
night
might be getting pretty late.
Sunday night's pretty much dead. Simon did. I mean, is Sunday snooker still there? I don't even know what time that goes ahead at anymore. I mean,
there's a Sunday snooker that would be 9 a.m. your time, I think, and there's one that would be 3 a.m. Well, that's a 6 red snooker. There's a best of 5 that starts at 9 a.m. your time. There's a 6 snooker or 6 reds race to 5 that starts at
yeah, but what about the conventional Sunday snooker that used to go on? Is it scrapped altogether? Because I mean, it's perfectly reasonable that it is scrapped because nobody bothered with it.
Yeah, there's nothing called Sunday snooker.
Yeah, it's been pulled. It's gone. Pretty much gone for good, I think, as well. I think you go with the volume of traffic we're getting. We're not getting enough volume of traffic in these tournaments to justify bringing back Sunday snooker. At best, you're going to have like 4 people in it maximum. That's if they get to know that it's there, but it has been around for a long time and it died a death, and I can see the very valid reason it was pulled. I mean, the other thing is the 8-ball Saturday night Scotch doubles, it's a waste of time as well now half the time. It either goes with 2 teams in it or it never goes at all. And likewise, 9-ball Scotch doubles on Monday night. If it wasn't for me and Slimgan in it, I don't think anybody else would be bothered.
Well, that's not starting until 8 p.m. your time, the Saturday night one.
No, Monday night 9-ball Scotch doubles was set back to 9 o'clock.
I'm talking about the 8-ball Saturday night.
Aye, Saturday night 8-ball. I mean, Saturday night 7 or 8-ball, but you don't need to have a lot of teams in it. You just need to have enough for a match half the time, and that's just 2 teams. But that's a struggle. Anyway,
all right. So if you want another tournament on Tuesday, send it to me.
I can send you that reminder. But that's just a selfish thing for me so that I can stream one or try and do it. And it can be a very short-lived thing because, again, if it's set as a 9-ball Scotch doubles and it struggles at the moment like the other one, then just pull the plug on it. If it doesn't get the support from those playing, then there's no point in having it. But anyway, we'll see what happens. That's it, guys. Thanks to Steve. Guys. Good luck to Albinario. Good luck to those left the tournament. I can stream the Sunday night one, but there's no guarantee that it'll go trouble-free, as you've seen. But Coldest Pillow will be up against Cobra Sunday at 7 p.m, 2 Eastern, 11 Pacific. Hope you can join us. Until then, I will bid you good night. And we'll see you guys in the future. Take care. See you later, Steve.